The moment you realize respect is gone, there is a moment in life that does not arrive with noise or confrontation. It arrives quietly, disguised as indifference. You speak and the room does not listen. You give and it is expected, not appreciated. You show up and it barely registers. Stoicism teaches that this moment is not accidental. It is a signal, a mirror, revealing the standards you have allowed to exist around you. Most people misunderstand this moment. They believe respect disappears because they are not enough, not interesting enough, not valuable enough, not impressive enough. This belief is poison because it directs all energy inward towards self-doubt instead of outward towards self-correction. The Stoics were ruthless about clarity. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily that other people act according to their own nature, not yours. When someone does not respect you, it is rarely because you lack value. It is because you have been signaling tolerance without boundaries. Respect is not requested. It is enforced silently through behavior. Every time you laugh off disrespect, excuse inconsistency, forgive without correction, you teach others how cheaply you can be treated. This is where pain enters, not from their actions, but from your delay in responding to reality. Stoicism does not judge you for this delay. It simply asks you to stop lying to yourself. Disrespect feels confusing because it contradicts effort. You gave loyalty, patience, time, and still you are overlooked. But effort without standards invites exploitation, not appreciation. The Stoic sees this clearly. The world does not reward sacrifice blindly. It rewards clarity, firmness, self-possession. This moment is not telling you to fight, argue, or demand better treatment. It is telling you to stop doing something immediately. Stop explaining, stop chasing, stop over-functioning emotionally. Pain becomes power the moment you stop asking why they do not respect you and start asking why you allowed access without conditions. This realization is uncomfortable because it removes the victim narrative, but it restores agency. And agency is the foundation of Stoic strength. The moment respect disappears, the Stoic does not panic. They observe, because observation precedes control. This is where the transformation begins, not with confrontation, but with internal alignment. Stoic Rule 1: Stop over-explaining yourself. The first behavior that must end immediately is over-explaining. The Stoics viewed excessive explanation as a form of weakness when given to the wrong audience, not because explanation itself is bad, but because of what it signals. When you explain yourself to someone who has already dismissed you, you are not clarifying. You are negotiating your dignity. You are saying indirectly that your boundaries require their approval. Marcus Aurelius wrote that a person who lives in accordance with virtue has no need to justify themselves to those who refuse to see clearly. Explanation becomes unnecessary when character is consistent. Over-explaining is often driven by fear. Fear of being misunderstood. Fear of losing connection. Fear of being seen as harsh. But the Stoic understands that misunderstanding by the wrong people is not a threat. It is filtration. Every extra sentence you add after your boundary is crossed weakens the boundary. It turns a statement into a plea, and people respond to pleas with dominance or indifference, never respect. Silence here is not avoidance. It is control. Controlled restraint communicates strength at a level words cannot reach. When you stop explaining, something strange happens. Discomfort rises, both in you and in them. This discomfort is necessary, because it reveals dependency patterns that were previously hidden. The Stoic does not rush to soothe this discomfort. They allow it, because growth requires friction. You must understand this deeply. People who respect you do not require long explanations. They respond to clarity. People who disrespect you weaponize your explanations against you. Stoicism teaches you to speak once, clearly, calmly, and then observe. Repetition is for teaching children, not adults who already understand but choose not to comply. The moment you stop explaining, you reclaim authority. Your nervous system begins to settle, because you are no longer performing for acceptance. This rule alone reshapes power dynamics, not because it manipulates others, but because it stabilizes you. And stability is intimidating to those who thrived on your emotional flexibility. Stoic Rule 2: Stop rewarding disrespect. Disrespect continues for one reason only: it is rewarded. Rewards do not always look like praise. They often look like access, availability, emotional labor, forgiveness without consequence. The Stoics were precise thinkers. They understood reinforcement long before modern psychology named it. Behavior that carries no cost repeats. Behavior that loses access adjusts or dies. When someone disrespects you and you remain fully present, fully helpful, fully engaged, you communicate one thing clearly: this behavior is acceptable. Stoicism teaches corrective distance, not abandonment, not hostility, but recalibration. Fewer words, slower responses, reduced emotional investment. This shift feels unnatural at first, because you were trained to associate loyalty with endurance. But endurance without standards is not virtue. It is self-neglect. Seneca warned against giving too much of yourself to those who return little, not because generosity is wrong, but because misplaced generosity drains the soul. When you reduce access, reality becomes the teacher. Some people correct themselves quickly. Others fade. Both outcomes are clarity. The Stoic does not chase explanations here. They let behavior respond to structure. This is not manipulation. Manipulation seeks control. Stoicism seeks alignment. You are not trying to punish. You are protecting equilibrium. The moment you stop rewarding disrespect, your internal world changes. Resentment begins to dissolve, because resentment thrives only when boundaries are absent. You stop feeling used, because you stopped offering yourself freely where there was no reciprocity. This rule is difficult, because it exposes who valued your availability more than your presence. But once seen, it cannot be unseen. And from this point forward, your life becomes quieter, cleaner, more intentional. Stoic Rule 3: Observe patterns, not words. At this stage of the journey, the Stoic stops listening to promises and starts reading patterns. Words are easy. Behavior is expensive. Anyone can apologize. Anyone can promise change. Few can sustain it. Stoicism teaches that reality speaks through repetition, not intention, not excuses, not emotional moments, but consistency over time. When someone disrespects you and follows it with warmth, charm, or apology, the untrained mind relaxes. It wants harmony. It wants relief. But the Stoic remains observant, not cold, just awake. Patterns reveal truth without emotion. If respect appears only after confrontation, it is not respect. It is damage control. If kindness disappears once access is restored, the pattern is clear. Epictetus warned that suffering comes not from events but from false judgments. Believing words over patterns is one of the most expensive false judgments a person can make. Hope becomes dangerous when it overrides evidence. And many people stay in disrespectful dynamics not because they are weak, but because they are loyal to a version of someone that exists only in memory or imagination. The Stoic cuts through this illusion gently but firmly. They do not argue with reality. They align with it. Once patterns are seen clearly, resentment fades, because resentment feeds on confusion. Clarity ends emotional chaos. You stop asking why this keeps happening, because you finally accept what is happening. At that moment, power returns, not as aggression, but as calm decisiveness. The Stoic does not need closure conversations. Patterns are closure. And once the pattern is accepted, the next move becomes obvious. Stoic Rule 4: Stop trying to be liked. One of the deepest roots of disrespect is the need to be liked. When your behavior is shaped by approval, your value drops. Not because you are unworthy, but because you are negotiable. Stoicism teaches that character is non-negotiable. Principles are not adjusted to fit rooms. Rooms are entered or exited based on alignment. Epictetus made this painfully clear. If you want to be liked by everyone, you will become a servant to everyone, and servants are not respected. They are used. When you soften boundaries to keep peace, laugh at what offends you, tolerate what drains you, you teach others that your comfort ranks last. The Stoic makes a different choice. They choose internal peace over external approval. This choice feels lonely at first, because many relationships were built on tolerance rather than respect. When tolerance ends, so do those connections. But what remains is real, grounded, mutual. When you stop trying to be liked, your energy changes, your words slow, your presence solidifies. People feel it immediately. Some will resist this shift because they benefited from your flexibility. Others will rise to meet it. Either way, you win because your identity is no longer outsourced. Stoicism does not promise popularity. It promises freedom, and freedom is infinitely more valuable. Stoic Rule 5: Walk away without bitterness. Walking away is not weakness. It is discernment. The Stoics viewed withdrawal from harmful environments as wisdom, not defeat. Bitterness is the final trap. It keeps you emotionally tied to what you left. Stoicism demands clean exits, quiet, firm, unresolved in appearance but complete internally. You do not need to be understood. You do not need agreement. You do not need an apology. Peace is the closure. When you walk away without anger, you reclaim energy that was leaking through resentment. Your mind clears. Your posture changes. Your future opens. This is not avoidance. It is alignment with reality. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that people act according to their nature. Once you accept this, there is nothing left to fight. The Stoic does not burn bridges in rage. They simply stop crossing them. What is no longer fed dissolves, and what remains is self-respect, stable, unshakable. The Stoic standard: if someone does not respect you, stop explaining, stop rewarding, stop hoping without evidence, stop chasing approval, and start living by standards that do not bend. This is not about becoming cold. It is about becoming solid. Strength is quiet. Dignity does not announce itself. It is felt. Take a moment today. Reflect on where you have been tolerating less than you deserve. Name it honestly, and decide what must change. Write your insight in the comments. Your clarity may be the permission someone else needs to reclaim themselves. Subscribe to Stoic Spark for daily Stoic wisdom, and press the bell icon so you never miss a lesson that sharpens your mind and strengthens your character.